Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, it's Tuesday. Tuesday's request day. Today's map was requested by the retired Mandalorian over on Discord. And at first glance, it looks a little bit like South America. Only at first glance, everything else looks nothing like South America. But it isn't about the appearance, it's about is it going to be good for a city build. And I think this one will be good for a city build. Speaking of city builds, tenuous link there. Didn't you see this one coming? Yes, my new series is up. It's a Let's Play. We'll be building a city on my own map, Bonbon Island. Part 1 is currently up and running. Part 2 will be along in a couple of weeks. I'm pacing it. I can't churn out an episode a week, so I'm pacing it, okay? So anyway, yes, you know what to do. Go watch it. Off you go. But first of all, before you do that, respond. Respond to what? A daily reminder, I say. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Be one of the good guys. Today's map is Kartega by Jura383, the thumbnail taken at night. Come on Jura, you can do better than that. Get a nice thumbnail, not a black thumbnail. It's no good. Black thumbnail's like your thumb's got something wrong with it and it's about to fall off, isn't it? Start square looks good. Terrain heights, flat buildable space with mountains, and it's very, very nice looking for it. Resources, offshore oil, or in them there are hills, fertile land in the valleys. Yeah, pretty good. And then if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, while it's not the most inspiring, it's still perfectly fine. You can't really go wrong, can you, with a fishing map? Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. There's also network extensions too. Now, I can't remember checking for both sets, but I feel you only need one or the other, not both. And a lot of people are avoiding network extensions too these days. So new maps, if you can avoid that, you'll have a few more fans than you would have done otherwise. There's a one-click collection. There are a couple of things in here you don't strictly need, like the unlock 25 tiles or the loading screen mod. I highly recommend it, but don't strictly need it. We'll be using the realistic 1.5.5 temperate theme and the relight cool LUT today. Okay, down to ground level, and it's a map that has just a few little teething errors here and there. If you can get past the teething errors, it's a very solid map and one that you probably will want to play. But we will find some teething errors. Now, they do say in the description that they've got a little bit of a problem with the bridge, and we'll have a look at that in the second half of the show. I've got a solution for if you've got the same sort of problems. Now, I'm not guaranteeing the solution will always work, but it should do. Intersection marking tools in operation and no controller, and that's a fairly slick intersection there. Could be slightly better aligned with the vanilla lines, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I've seen a lot worse looking intersection markings than that so far. And then yeah, that's much better here. That'll do. That'll do fine. Pretty good placement of the bridge. Pretty good placement of the bridge. Well, I say we'll be coming back here later because there are actually a couple of talking points with the bridge. One of them you can see now, but we'll get to that. Then the rail nips back out from underneath, and then we go into another tunnel here with this glitchy hillside that's been just chiseled away. It's not the prettiest. I'm sure we could do a little bit better than that, but again, does it matter? Who's going to see it all the way out here? But other than me, because now the tunnel emerges over here beyond all of these switchbacks, and we'll be talking about switchbacks at length today. We've got there's not the, there you go, it comes out over here. Sorry, I was coming out the wrong tunnel entrance. We'll get to that one in a minute as well. We've got toll booths and first intersection and wind turbines, a little bit of power down as well if that's what you're looking for. You're going to need to put water down this area because, well, the toll booths need water. And that's a little bit of glitching there going on with the road. Elevated at ground level, clipping through the hill, causing some shark's teeth going on there. Yes, we'll check out that route in a moment. You've seen where it comes out already because I got lost. But yeah, we'll check that one out a little bit later on. And there's your 2-lane highways. Yeah, I without checking, they kind of look like a mix. I would say the 4-lane ones look a little bit like mass transit, and the 2-lane ones possibly network extensions too. But definitely the tunnels are rendered, so definitely network extensions 2 is used, if not mass transit. Now we've got some pylons in divots here. Pilots? Pylons in divots. Yeah, it does remind me of a joke. It's too long to tell here and now, and you've already probably seen the punchline, so let's not worry about that one. But yeah, it's Paddy and the telegraph poles joke. You know the one? Yeah, putting up telegraph poles. Yeah, we'll skip it today. If you remind me, I might tell you it another day. Not that my my joke-telling skills are the best. Joke-telling jokes? My joke-telling jokes aren't the jokiest. Nope. Anyway, heading down through this area, the rail separates up here, and that then merges back over here together again. Rail over road for some reason. Not sure why it had to do this, but it has. And because it's gone over road, we're missing a pillar here. I think that's got to be worth a loss of at least half a star because it just looks silly. It needs that pillar. And then we got a little ramp going up into the tunnel. And again, would we really need a ramp going into the tunnel? Would they just have the tunnel starting slightly lower? I'm not sure. But it just looks a bit silly. Anyway, the rail will emerge over here at the harbour area. This is your harbour area. And the rail emerges very neatly over here. And does something a little bit unusual. Something you're not really expecting. Like, it goes down there. That's fine. That's reasonable. And then, slightly unusually, we go elevated. And deliberately so as well. So just be careful when you're sailing your ship in there not to clip that. Where did that highway go? There was a highway as well, wasn't there? Well, the answer is right underneath this rock here. And there you go. Just dead ends there. Not sure why, but it certainly gives you reasonable access to the harbour. And back to Kartega by Jura 383 and shipping routes. And we have some very sexy shipping triangles today. There's one of them. And then there's going to be another one all the way down here. Very sexy little shipping triangle right at the edge of the map. Where is it? There it is. That's a very nice one as well. And then we go through the bridge, avoiding the pillars, which is quite nice. And then some very sexy little shipping routes over here. And a little slip back down into there, into that part of the harbour. It's very nicely done. Shipping routes, high standard throughout. Water flow, you'll be drawing mostly from this lake at the start. And we have a spawn point right there. And then just around the corner, in the bit that looks a little bit like a Labrador's head. You have to look at it from above. It's got a drain point there as well. But yes, the Labrador's head lake there. You can see it. Looks pretty good. Right, okay, speaking of looking pretty good, the map across the whole has this. You've got rocky bits, and then you've got flat plateaus, and you've got trees marking out boundaries. And that's the whole map. This is obviously just one island on said map. Let's check another one of the islands. How about this one over here? Same principle over here. Buildable area, rocks around the outside, trees for detailing. And then the map as a whole. Big buildable areas with mountains around the outside. It's a pretty stylistic map, and there's something nice about that. Now, let's come down and have a look at the two little problems with this bridge. Now, they do say there in the comments themselves, or in the description themselves, they say that whatever they do, these pillars keep reappearing. There is actually a trick or two, but this one should work. Should work. I can't guarantee it will work, but it should work. Right, let's just choose the pillars. Now, this is when you're in the map editor. Obviously, you can do this in the game engine as well. But when you're in the map editor, if you select all of the pillars and then drop them down, then these pillars are going to be in the exact same location, but underground, and nobody's going to see them. And the bridge should look good. And then if they reappear or disappear, then, well, they're still there, but they're out of sight. That should work. Okay? There's your tip of the day. BonBon's tip of the day. There should be a little jingle for BonBon's tip of the day, shouldn't there? Right, okay, so we've done that one. The other little thing we've got is with custom bridges, and this is a very nicely placed custom bridge. You can get a bit of glitching, and we've got a bit of glitching here. Now, I have actually deconstructed this off camera, and I can't see exactly how this is actually glitching like this. It's weird glitching. It's almost definitely caused by the custom bridge, although I can't say definitely that. Maybe it's been filled in by the railroad being so low. I'm not sure, but yes, just a little bit of glitching going on there. Again, very easy to fix with the terrain tool. Just a quick smoothing brush over that will fix that. Now, I did say we'd talk about switchbacks today. There's two sets of switchbacks. This is the good switchback. Take a look at this. Okay. Now, a few of you might be going, oh, that's not very polished. Look, I'm telling you, these are the good ones. Right? These are good. These are good going up here. You like these? I like these. These are good. Now we're going to go across to the other side of the map where there's another set of switchbacks which are less good. Now, I'm not going to tell you immediately. I will tell you in a moment why these are less good than the ones you've just seen. See if you can spot it for yourself. So these ones are less good than the ones that you just saw. But why? Why? They go on a bit further as well. It's not that they go on further either, for that matter. It's another reason, a technical reason. So yeah, those. Oh, hang on, they lead up to. Ooh, it's a castle. Ooh, it's a castle. As castles go, actually not bad. Not bad at all. Location, you may be screaming at me, BonBon, they can attack through the forest. Yeah, but they've got to get to the forest first of all. And how are you going to get to the forest? Well, it's mostly cliffs around the outside. Apart from that one ledge that runs along, it looks like it does lead up. But even if you get up this ledge here, this area here is still marked as cliff. So you're not really going to get a massive army up this way. You might get a few scouts or a couple of fire archers maybe. But a proper full-on assault from that angle, probably not going to happen. Anyway, that's the castle. So let's come back to here. Now have a look very carefully at these switchbacks. I'm going to tell you what's wrong now, okay? Switchbacks are intended to make the slopes easier to traverse, okay? And if you have a look here, we've got, this is all pretty flat from this point. There's a couple of meters increase and then it stays flat. And then we get a steep bit on the bend. And then it goes more or less flat. Not perfectly flat, but more or less flat. Possibly just slight incline. Then it declines a bit there. We're going down the hill and then we're swooping around, climbing up steeply, where it goes flat again. In fact, this entire set of switchbacks follows this pattern, where it's flat, goes steep on the corners, levels out, goes steep on the corners, all the way to the top. And the whole point is you're supposed to keep the like each one of those flat bits should be a slow incline as you're going up, and maybe have it flattened out on the bend so that cars can take them more safely. Compare that with over this side, which is much better, and you can instantly see that all of these are inclining slowly up, slowly up, slowly up, all the way up. So technically those are indeed far better switchbacks than on the other side. Then we have this harbour little area over here. Pre-cut harbours aren't for everybody, but I'm going to say that I quite like it, even with the interesting rail choices. And somewhere in the start square, we've got a rather impressive, imposing inside and outside asset of the day. Ooh. And this is somewhat imposing. It's the IDS Center by Redstone. Now, they've spent months working on this, and it certainly looks like it. It's an impressive piece of asseteering, if I ever saw it, with an interior section, which we'll have a look at in a second. In fact, let's do factoids, because factoids very quickly so that we can concentrate on this. Factoids. The heart of the giraffe is 2 feet long and can weigh as much as 24 pounds. Now, it doesn't say here if these are giraffe's feet or human feet, but one would assume imperial measurement feet. Anyway, let's go inside. Look at this. We have got, we've got custom animation loader for this mod, for this asset. You've got, we've got different lights. Basically, it's imperious. It's absolutely imperious. We've got escalators going up and down. The down escalator doesn't go anywhere. It just goes to a dead end down there. Don't worry about that. Loads of little seating areas going on. You can go out through the door over there. There's door all the way down there as well. In fact, there's a first floor passageway here that you can through the window. Unfortunately, we're glitching through bad camera work, BonBon. You're not really supposed to be in here, by the way. Or you can go through the door and look at it from outside. Oh, wow. Imperious work by Redstone, the IDS Center. Today's asset of the day. That is very impressive. And I think it's going to have a lot of takers. A lot of takers. Right, okay, what do you think of today's map? We've got to that point in the show that I need you to vote on it. We need more people voting on these maps because the viewer's choice, it's all about your votes. And the fewer people that vote, the less importance that it actually carries. So click the link in the top right hand corner of your screen or the link in the description. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple or a Patreon login. But what do I think of today's map? Well, I'm going to tell you that aesthetically, while I feel that it's not a strong map, I think it's iconic enough to be memorable, and memorable for me in a good way, so I'm going to push it into 4 stars, but right at the bottom end. So low 4 stars for Kartega in aesthetics. Detailing, there's a few, I want to give this more. I genuinely want to give this more, but all told, I think we are looking at a medium low 3 stars. It's 3 stars, it's fine, there's nothing really to fix, and what there is to fix is easy to fix, but it doesn't get towards 4 stars. While gameplay though does get towards 4 stars, that said, I think it's just shy. Definitely playable, a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with this one, but I'm going to go for the high end of 3 stars, so it won't let you down, and you probably will have a good game on it, but it's not for everybody. Kartega by Jura 383. Iconic map, yes. Good looking map, yes. Detailing, 1 or 2 grumbly points. And playable, definitely playable. Just feel it lacks something. Hard to put my thumb on it, but it feels good. And feeling good is how you will feel if you use the word of the day into the comments to show you a part of the 20 and out elite. And I'm going to be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I've completely forgotten what's coming this week. I've had so much fun. I was so glad to be back on the ball, isn't it? So good.